What is up, guys? It is the Bluebloods, and I'm sure you guys saw the name, y'all saw the thumbnail, and you know you all are excited for this guy. We got Nebraska and SMU transfer, current Grambling State commit, Cam Jones. This guy was an all-district, all-American in high school coming out of Mansfield, Texas. He's played at all levels of college football, and he's coming to play for the man Hue Jackson this year in the SWAC, where Grambling has a lot of positive momentum on the recruiting trail and on the football field. So, Cam, appreciate you hopping on the show, man.
Man, I appreciate you having me, man. It's an honor to be here.
Absolutely. But, man, we got to go way back. Texas high school football. And I already know, listen, you're the third straight Texas high school player I've had on the show. And as we know, man, everything's bigger in Texas. And we know how you guys feel about Texas high school football. Do you think high school football in Texas prepared you for the college football grind better than another state of high school football?
Yeah, definitely. I think that most of the people that we see right now that are big players for these out of state teams are guys that came here from Texas in this DFW area or like East Texas area. So I feel like man, the competition I played growing up, from freshman year all the way to senior year was just amazing. A lot of those dudes are in the lead now, and I trained with a lot of those dudes. So I definitely felt like that prepared me a lot more than many states could have provided.
Absolutely. I mean, you see some of those Texas high schools, you guys have like 6, 7 NFL players on a high school team, and it doesn't even make sense. It's not fair.
And
But for you, but for you, man, 4-star coming out of out of high school, a highly recruited player decides to go to Nebraska. But outside of Nebraska, what teams were recruiting you the hardest, and what was your recruiting process like out of high school?
out of high school, so yeah, like as you know, I graduated from Mansfield High School my senior year, but my whole high school career was spent at Euless Trinity High School until that last season. Um, I could a lot of schools recruited me heavy coming up. I had like 40 to 50 offers. But the thing that did kind of slow me down in the recruiting trail was my grades in high school. They did kind of slow me down. So it limited some opportunities, but I feel like I had a lot of coaching changes because I used to be committed to UCLA for the longest time, and then Jim Mora and his staff got fired literally like I want to say 2 weeks before I signed, and after that it was Nebraska, Ole Miss, Baylor, and and I think like some other schools. There's a lot of other schools, but those were my main ones right there. And yeah, it was fun. I got recruited a lot coming out of high school. It was a fun process.
Right, and so you wind up in Nebraska, man, or at Nebraska. What were the factors that led you to Nebraska, and why'd you decide to sign with the Cornhuskers?
I definitely say Scott Frost was still is an amazing guy, amazing coach. I feel like he has the potential to do a lot of things at Nebraska still to today. A lot of people are half and half on what he's done, but I still think he can do amazing things at Nebraska. And just visiting Nebraska when I did, it was amazing. Like I've still till today, I've never felt an atmosphere like that in a football stadium, and just the love and family like atmosphere I had got from the moment I even got a Nebraska offer. It really made me feel comfortable in those 2 weeks that I was, decommitted from UCLA and looking for a home before signing day. So that's why.
Oh man, I like it. So you decide to transfer from Nebraska, man. Walk me through how different was the recruiting process from high school to when you decided to transfer in the transfer portal?
So in high school, I feel like it was both. It was really the same for me because I never went to like a camp before and then. So all my high school offers were literally off of what you see is what you get, which was film. And I feel like that was the same way in the portal the first time because I feel like I was in the portal right before the portal was like a huge thing. And when that happened, I feel like it was just not really too much big of a difference. I feel like then what you're looking for rather than in high school. You kind of just going off for different things. Hmm.
Right. And I mean, a lot of Grambling fans know you from your time at SMU, which was your most recent stint. What led you back to SMU after you left Nebraska?
The reason for me leaving Nebraska is really why I ended up at SMU. I was coming home for family things, because I was only at SMU for almost a semester. I mean, at Nebraska for a semester. So I was coming home for family emergency issues and stuff like that. And Coach Dykes and his staff were amazing. I mean, really, Coach Kaz. Coach Kaz, our strength coach at SMU, was amazing. He got into my head quick, and then made me pull the trigger quick. I wanted to go a smaller school, and stay closer to home, and that was the spot to be.
Absolutely. And I mean, Sonny Dykes, you mentioned that staff was one of the most highly recruited staffs this past offseason. So not surprised there to see, how highly you speak of them. But man, to the reason we're here right now, man, what led you to Grambling State to end your career coming to the SWAC from SMU?
Man, I'm not gonna even lie to you. I wish I had the courage I did now. In high school, I always wanted to play HBCU ball and put on for HBCU teams or HBCU team. I just feel like coming out of high school wasn't, trendy to do yet, and I feel like I just wasn't the person at the time to make the first jump. And like I said, I had a great career I had a good career at SMU. Went good. This past year, took off a year because of my big mother passing and whatnot. And I felt like after the staff left, Coach Dykes and them left, a year off from SMU and football, I just felt like it was the perfect opportunity. I've seen a lot of people going to HBCU schools coming out of high school, like big time recruits and everything like that. And it just, I give credit to the younger guys because they really like inspired me to do something I always wanted to do. And I'm here now, and I'm just ready to, do everything I dreamed of.
Oh man, I like it. And I mean, that leads me to this question, man. If you had to look back, I mean, you could talk to your younger self in this one, or you can just talk to up and coming recruits. What advice would you give them on taking that chance that it's not exactly where you play, but it's what you do at the school, and taking that chance to go to an HBCU, go to an FCS school if that's what they want to do? What advice would you give to your younger self and younger recruits out there listening?
Man, I can say a million things. I would definitely say it's a new era. If you can play football, you'll be seen anywhere. Like you've seen, if you watch the draft and actually watch football, you see dudes in D2s and D3s get drafted. So many NFL recruiters, and that's what I've learned in college and being around, in practices and all the NFL. There's so many recruiters. So if you can ball anywhere, and they'll find you. Also, I would say, why not an HBCU? Especially for people of the African American descent, because I mean it's your people, you know what I mean, and not really saying it's bad to go play for a Power Five school, but I mean it's just your people. It's a different culture. I feel like they bring a different pride to it, and I just feel like it's something that we really should take more pride in, because I mean a lot of African American players are a majority of these big national football teams that everybody loves and everybody pays to see, when they can go do this at a school that actually supports them on and off the field. And that's something I tell myself and younger recruits, that going to HBCU, it's not about the exposure. You're going to get the exposure if you ball, and you know what I'm saying. It's great to see Black people play and do things at these Black colleges that did not have the best reps at football in the past couple of years, and it's just nice to see that. Yeah.
Oh man, that was an amazing answer on that one, man. And one of the, I know everyone gives Deion Sanders a lot of credit for coming back to Jackson State and coaching there, but you got a coach of your own that's got a pretty big name now, and that's head coach Hue Jackson from the NFL back in the USC days. What are your thoughts, and how big of a role did Hue Jackson play in getting you to come to Grambling?
That's a big part of it. Was one of the big parts of it, because one, of course, he's an NFL coach, well, ex-NFL coach, and I just love him coming back to, like I said, Grambling. When I feel like Grambling has so much potential and so much alumni status that this place deserves a winning football team, and I just feel like what he told me and what he's preaching, to everybody else is real, and I feel like with the right with the right staff and everything that Hue Jackson needs, Hue Jackson can be a very successful coach. I seen what he was doing at the Bengals and Browns, you know what I'm saying, on the NFL level. Wasn't the most spectacular thing, but you could see that he was a great quarterback guru, a nice offensive mindset, had people on the staff that was nice, you know. So I just feel like he has a lot of potential as a college football coach.
Oh, absolutely, man. He just announced the staff not too long ago. Outside of Hugh, what coaches on the staff were recruiting you the hardest from Grambling, and how did they approach you? Kind of walk me through your recruiting process this past offseason.
So I mean, it was really Coach Scott, I would say. Yeah, Coach Scott recruited me the hardest. And also, you know, my friend Maurice Washington went there, Nebraska, ex-Nebraska Cornhusker as well. And I have just a lot of friends and family friends that went there and just told me a lot about it. I've been in the portal only for like maybe 5 days. I haven't really posted nothing. I had a lot of Power 5 offers to go back big time Power 5. And I felt like this time I was like, you know, sometimes I was on the verge of like, dang, do I really want to go, you know, play in a smaller conference than what I've already playing in? And do I really want to, you know, leave and go to my third school? Because what does that look like? Does that look like what you're leaving for or whatnot? But I mean, I have film at SMU, so it does speak for itself. But I think that Coach Scott and the fan base and a lot of family friends is what got me to Grambling, and this recruiting process this offseason was actually, I mean, this offseason was very smooth. I think I enjoyed this one the most actually.
Man, I love to hear it, and I'm excited to see you do big things down there in Grambling. But man, we got to get everyone to know exactly who you are as a player. So, what do you think your biggest strengths are as a player? What are you bringing to that Tigers team this offseason or this next season?
I know ambition for sure. I mean, and passion for the game. I mean, when I play football, I feel like I've been told a lot that I bring a lot of passion. It's very fun to watch. So I know I'm gonna bring a lot of passion to the game. I've been away from it for a whole year, which is a lot to me, and I'm just super hungry to get out there. You know what I mean? You know, to play for me, myself, my daughter, uh, my big mother that just passed. I have so much, you know, motivation going into this year. It's gonna be crazy. Also, of course, you know, I'm known to be a heavy hitter. You know, I'm gonna put my head on the ball. Just the speed and playmaking ability. I feel like uh, is always what got me recruited so highly was how I can cover the field back there at safety, or move up to outside back or nickel back and hit and cover somebody. So I definitely say my passion, willingness to hit, and just speed and playmaking ability is what you suspect and be excited for this season.
Oh man, I'm excited. Grambling's defense is known for being physical, fast, and so I'm sure you're gonna fit right in. But looking at yourself as a player, man, which NFL defensive back do you think you model your game after the most?
At this stage in my career, I would definitely say because it just because I've been in different type of defenses, but now I kind of do. As I got older, I like kind of being in the box a little bit more as a safety, but also still covering. So I would say like Jamal Adams. I mean, I don't really look up to nobody in the NFL, but I do like a couple styles, and I definitely like Jamal Adams' style. I mean, they say he's not a cover guy or whatnot, but I mean, Jamal Adams makes plays, and he's all over the field, can play many different things. And I've literally lined up at corner, outside, backer, and safety. So I definitely say Jamal Adams.
Oh man, I like it. So I know you play safety, so not always one on one with someone, but if you're in the open field, what's the number one mistake a wide receiver can make against you?
To try to go for a jump ball, there's no out jumping me, or outrunning me. You know, I feel like you best doing a double move or something. You know, to try to get me off my game, because just trying to go off of pure athletic ability, I feel like that's the worst mistake you can do.
I love it, man. He said you could try if you want, just know it's going the other way. So for you, man, I know different people have different pregame routines. So what is your pregame routine on game days?
Man, music. I always text. I wake up in the morning, take a shower, play some music. I text my mom. I love her. I look at a picture of my daughter, kiss it, and then I just the rest of the day I listen to music and just imagine myself making plays the whole time and these crazy type plays too. I imagine myself making these crazy type plays, and that's it. I just take a relaxed, calm approach to the game day. I feel like.
Oh man, I like it. So, man, wide receivers throw y'all under the bus all the time as DBs. I'm just gonna let you know. So, for you, do you trash talk a lot during the game? Are you in the wide receivers? Are you talking to the quarterback, talking to the running backs? Or how big of a trash talker are you on game days?
I think I'm a very big one. I wouldn't be me if I didn't talk some trash. You know what I mean? But I feel like that's what makes the game fun, especially playing defense, man. Because playing defense is 10 times playing harder than playing wide receiver. You know what I mean? Uh, so to be able to have that confidence, you just really have to be confident. Trash talking, it makes you confident. It really does. It boosts you up, and it's like more so boosting yourself while getting into your opponent's head. So I'm a big trash talker. Big.
Man, I like to hear it. And DBs, every DB I've talked to is always we got to talk trash on our side. That's the way to get the wide receivers out of their game. But man, I know most people I don't allow them to use high school players for this question. But since you played in Texas high school football, I've had to open it up because I had a guy who played with Jalen Waddle, and he had to give me that guy as the answer. But who's the best offensive player you've ever faced?
Oh, that I faced? Man, I'm easily say Kyler Murray. My freshman year, I played safety. I started at safety freshman year at Euless Trinity, fourth round of the playoffs. We were beating Allen. I want to say like 28-10 at halftime. Kyler Murray was supposed to be banged up going into half. He came out of halftime and scored 5 total TDs. So Kyler Murray is definitely the best offensive player I've played. I definitely can give honorable mention to. Dang, what's the kid's name? He went to OU. Trajan Bridges. He was an amazing high school player. It's a lot more I can name, especially from when I was younger and they were older. Those were some dogs. So yeah.
Yeah, but Kyler Murray is a strong answer. I will have to say because I mean, arguably the greatest Texas high school quarterback of all time.
It's no argument.
he's shut it down, man. I like it. That guy's a dog, man. But so we got to switch back to the SWAC, man. What SWAC opponent are you most excited to play against?
Definitely Jackson State, and definitely I want to say Prairie View. Yeah, definitely Jackson State. Is Prairie View in the SWAC?
Yes.
Definitely them too. Yeah, so Jackson State and Prairie View. Jackson State because you want to decrown the champs. I'm all about winning. I've not lost too many games in my college career, in my football career, till today, and it's just I feel like it's something that we can do very quickly, and that people don't. They probably think it's going to take 2 to 3 years, but we can really get this thing turned around fast. And so I want to dethrone the champs and Prairie View because that's a big rival game, and I know everybody and their mama that go to Prairie View, including like most of the people on the team. One of my cousins play there, so it'd just be nice to get some bragging rights.
Oh yeah, and they're the division winners from last year too. Played Jackson State in the SWAC championship. So, like you said, got to take the crown from both. Got to take the division and then the conference. So I like the confidence. But if you got to play scheduler, what is one FCS non-conference matchup that you would want to play before graduating?
FCS is the school I just transferred in there.
No.
Okay.
No, they're group of five.
So that's group of 5. So FCS. Who we talking? Like Charlotte or one of those? Are those Power 5s? I mean,
Charlotte just moved up, but yeah, Charlotte is used to be FCS. Maybe like North Dakota State, South Dakota State.
Oh no, yeah, definitely,
like that.
Yeah, definitely. So was it North Dakota State that just won? Or
yep.
I would definitely want to play North Dakota State because the running back Terrence Williams, T-Mac, he just transferred from SMU. He was their main running back this year, leading Russia. I love to play them. Then a lot of those guys that's there now were walk-ons my freshman year at Nebraska. That's like a big thing to go to the Dakotas in Nebraska. But so I definitely like to play them.
Oh man, hey, 9 national championships in 11 years, man. It's a different. But yeah, Tamarick Williams, monster this year, by the way, too. That kid is all world over there. But man, going back to you can go to high school, you can go to SMU, Nebraska. What's the best stadium environment you've ever played in?
Well, since I've never actually played in a Nebraska game because I got hurt before that season, I'm gonna definitely go with the best stadium environment I've ever played. I'm definitely gonna go with Euless Trinity High School. Definitely one of the most unique traditions in high school football with the Sippy Towel or Haka, whichever one you want to call it, depends the year. Uh, every home game nearly sold out for our high school. From this side to the away side. So definitely Euless Trinity High School. That's not me debagging my Mansfield Tigers, but they had nothing on Euless Trinity. So yeah.
Oh, but that's what I love about Texas high school football. Only Texas high school football players can answer that question with a high school game. You couldn't play in any other state and give me a high school environment that rivaled an environment you played in college, man. So I like the answer, but these last two men, a little bit more personal to you. So, what are your personal goals for the 2022 season at Grambling?
One, I mean, of course, for the 2-2 season, just grow as a player. You know, learn more about offense. What offense like to think, what they like to do. Learn more about defense as much as I can. When he motions, what he about to do here, what he about to do there. Also, statistically, I would like to at least lead the team in tackling or interceptions. And really just do better than I've done last year, which last year I didn't do anything. So the goal is just me being here, and I'm just grateful to be back on the football field.
Oh man, I love to hear it, and I know you're going to do big things. But the last thing, man, what keeps you motivated year in and year out to keep coming back and doing this and playing your best football?
Um, I just love being resilient, man. What keeps me motivated? I definitely say football, man. I've been shying away from it, acting like I don't love the game as much. With injuries, with the ACL injury I had, and being away from the game and stuff. It's definitely football though. Just the game itself, bro. I really love the game. I feel like people who don't play or don't love it to the extent really can't understand, bro. It's like a person love to me. I love this more than a lot of people I know, and it just was me, watching film of myself, my old self, from the first year at SMU and 2020 at SMU in Nebraska, and just regaining confidence again, seeing me dominate or go make good plays against NFL players that play in the NFL right now. So I just love this game, bro, and I really want to be great at this game. I feel like this game made me, and I'm helping making it. So I just would say football. I love football so much. So yeah.
Man, I hear the passion, man, and I'm excited. So, man, Cam, we put this together in like 8 hours, man. So I definitely appreciate you working with me. I know Grambling fans are ecstatic. I'm sure you've already felt the love. I mean, that all the posts that you've made, Grambling fans have been sending it to me in the DMs. I know a bunch of other YouTubers are like, man, do you know anything? Because I'm the FBS. I'm the one SWAC channel that also covers FBS. So everyone texts me like, what do you know about Cam? What do you know about Cam? And I was like, we got to get him on the show. But appreciate you, man. But listen, this is your time. Plug your social media, give your shout outs, anything you want to say right now, man. This time is yours.
Oh yeah, okay. I definitely have to say my Twitter. Follow my Twitter account at Cam Gonna Work 15 CAM GONE Work 15. Same goes for Instagram. Also, I would like to give a shout out to my ex teammate and now teammate again, Maurice Washington. I can't wait to see him play football again, bro. The game really does miss a player like him, and I hated to see how things ended with him at Nebraska and all that situation. So I'm just glad the football gods gave that man another chance. So I just want y'all to support him and y'all keep out on your looks for him because he's gonna do some amazing things, man. That guy's real special. And shout out to Kyrie Payton, my mom, and I do it for y'all and my family. So that'll be it.
Oh man, I love it. And I know a lot of people are excited for both of you guys coming in, and I'm looking forward to seeing y'all in the SWAC championship this year. And listen, I'll be down in the hole this year for some games on the sidelines covering, man. So we'll have to catch up at that, man. But good luck on your season, man. Thank you for the show. But guys, go follow Cam. It's always support the players, man. The FCS does not get enough attention. Go follow these guys. Stay tuned with their journey to the next level in the NFL. But for Cam, myself, and the Bluebloods guys, we are out for right now.
Thank y'all so much.